ended up in a draw against the top of the table team.
I thought it was a brilliant game. And I did, and I drove on the M62 coming across and kept passing car after car from Hull with red and white shirts on, and I thought and it felt like it was going to be a big day, and I think both teams certainly didn't disappoint. There was a good attendance. It was vociferous. It was a tough game. I thought both teams threw everything at one another. Feels like a loss. I have to say that it feels like a loss, but I think that's an indicator of how far we've come. And following on from last week, where we just didn't turn up at all, I thought today we were brilliant and we were calm at 18-20 down. There was no panic. There was no request for a short high kick-off, but kick long and keep getting forward like we did, and got a point in the end. But absolutely threw away 2 points. Butchered a try in the first half. Missed goal kicks, simple kicks at goal, which has obviously put us under massive pressure. But the good thing is we're creating opportunities. We're playing well. We played against a really good team with lots of ticker, and 2 really good halves and a pivot. So delighted with the way we responded from last week.
16-0 up at half-time as well. How important was it to come out against Hull? You were expecting that performance to come from Hull, that reaction from them in the second half?
They were always going to come back into the game. They were always going to have their say at some point in the game. We were good in the first half and should have probably gone in 26-0 up. So 16 points is a mountain to climb, but when you're a team like them and they're playing downhill, and they're going to have some say in the game. And it was just how we handled it. When they did score, they scored out wide, and in that far corner in particular. But got off to a terrible start start the second half with an unbelievable forward pass that gave them an opportunity that they scored off the back of it.
So 2 games now against Hull Kingston Rovers. You've matched them in a lot of areas over the course of those 2 games. Are you pleased with the effort against them?
Yeah, delighted. I think we're a good team. We're a good team, and we know that Hull are a good team as well, and we know that we'd have to be at our best today. I think we're missing Bostock out of this team who'd start up. We're missing Alugia, who's our leading try scorer, or one of our top strike centres, and we're missing Luke Briscoe. So, we've got some men to come back in the next 2 weeks as well. But the people that had the opportunity today certainly took it.
How do you feel those players that came in today? Look at like James Duckworth with his first game for a while, and Kyle Briggs as well off the bench. Yeah,
and Knowles as well. Knowles came back in, and those blokes did a job for us. They rolled the sleeves up. They looked a little bit rusty at times, but that's because they hadn't had game time. But what they did do, they showed plenty of art, plenty of endeavour, had a real good dig. All came up with some real good plays at crucial times. Duckworth saving a try, kicking the ball out when there's a nice kick got in behind him. Saved a try there. Knowles did some good things, probably kicking himself about his try, but did other good things. And thought Briggs did some good things as well. But in between those good things, there were other things that can get better for them. But that comes around by playing more often. And I understand that it's tough when you've not been in a team for 5 and 6 weeks. I didn't expect anything other than effort and endeavour, and I thought we got that from all the blokes who came in.
Today sees the start of what's a really crucial period in the season for Featherstone Rovers. Where you're playing a lot of teams that are around you in that fight for the top 4.
Yeah, it seems to be every week. It seems to be every week that the next big game is always coming up, and we understand that. We know that we've got Bradford. I thought Bradford were really good against Hull last week. They're going to be a challenge. We've got a quarter-final against Leeds Rhinos, which I think the club and the community and the town should enjoy. I think that's going to be a really good opportunity for us to showcase the club and show what we can do. So it's a big month. It's a big 4 weeks, like you say. Hopefully we can have some blokes back as well. Didn't pick up too many injuries today. We had a couple of bumps and bruises, but on the whole, we're really pleased with the physicality of the team. It's interesting, but no one ever talks about us being a part-time team. No one ever in press conferences never talks about we've just come up against a full-time team. And we play 5 full-time teams back-to-back in this next month, and no one ever utters a word about them being full-time and us not. And I think that's something that we should be proud of. I think it's a testament to Billy Mallinson, who's done a fantastic job as conditioner, and Danny Evans, who's been absolutely awesome as an assistant coach, and the backroom staff of Faz, the physio, who's been in and come in and got these blokes taped up and got them out on the field, and Juan Ballesteros, the doctor. It's been a real good team effort by all the staff, and I personally like to thank all those guys for that. It's been a great team effort.